What is one thing you want to accomplish by the end of your volunteering time?
Oh, well, I actually have a lot of goals. I want to improve my English, I want to learn some Polish, and especially to get to know more closely the Polish culture. I think I kind of fulfilled what I wanted to. I think I achieved my goals. I would say I have a nice A2 of Polish or A1 plus or something. I really enjoyed trying to speak Polish with the children, with the teachers, and I think I'm more fluent in English, and I definitely know more about the Polish culture, so yeah.
What is one thing you want to accomplish by the end of your volunteering time?
I want to succeed in my classroom management more. I think that as a volunteer, as I gained more comfort in my kindergarten and with the kids, and with, of course, learning Polish, I felt more confident in classroom management, but I got to experience this as a volunteer, not as a teacher. So I think there is not really an answer to that, but as a volunteer, I think I felt more confident.
What is one thing you want to accomplish by the end of your volunteering time?
Good question. I think there are a few things. Firstly, I have to be good at my job with the kids. Also, I want to make many friends, make good memories, and improve my English language, and also learn some Polish. I think that the last 10 months which I spent here was pretty successful. And the things which I mentioned, I think I did all of them pretty successfully, and just making the new friends. Now I have many lovely faces from different countries. I also improved my English since I'm daily using of it, and yeah, I also learned a bit Polish.
What is one thing you want to accomplish by the end of your volunteering time?
So I would like to learn some Polish language and improve my English and live new experience abroad. More or less. The Polish language, it was so hard, so I tried to do my best, but it was impossible. But I attended all the lessons, and the other part, of course, it was accomplished. I met a lot of people here, and I enjoyed my time, and I discovered new methodologies of education, and yeah, I can say that it's all my goals accomplished in that sense.
What is one thing you want to accomplish by the end of your volunteering time?
I want to improve my language skills and become a person who has made good memories and learn to cope with challenges in a place different from my home country.
It was well, and I learned English. Actually, not so good, but I now understand. I feel comfortable speaking time. And sometimes I feel high, sometimes I feel down, but I have a good moment, I have a sometimes not good moment, but generally, yes, everything is past to solved.
What is one thing you want to accomplish by the end of your volunteering time?
I would want to develop my organization skills, mainly like personal organization, also time management, resilience building, because that will be like one of the most important things in my future career, I think. So yeah, those kind of personal development skills.
Okay, so I'll start with time management because I still have the most trouble with that. Okay, I guess I will need another 6-month project to kind of sort that out. But with the rest, I'm surprised because before I was kind of a chaotic person. So, for example, when I had a deadline or something, I would just procrastinate until right before the deadline to do stuff. And right now, at this point in time, when I get tasks, I just do them immediately, you know? I just want to get stuff out of my head. And I found structures for me that work very well. So, for example, creating a to-do list every evening before going to sleep, or having a certain schedule or routine that help me, you know, keep in certain time frames, certain deadlines, whatever, you know, just manage my life better. And the kind of way in which I developed most was personally, definitely. So, I mean, also relationships, I've developed in that also pretty well, because I've just become way more open, ready to be vulnerable with other people. I've made some, well, great relationships. I've gotten to know so many great people that I've learned a lot from. But still, my personal skills are kind of, yeah, the biggest thing in which I have developed.
What is one thing you want to accomplish by the end of your volunteering time?
I'm a primary school teacher in Turkey, and I wanna learn to work younger children, and I wanna improve my English language skills. I can say that process better than my expectation, because I saw that how I cannot express myself in Polish. That's why I had English, and I saw that I can, I'm able to do in English somehow.
What do you think will be the hardest part during your volunteering time?
Polish. No, okay. I really wish I could have like deep and true relationships with all of the people I'm gonna meet, but it will be quite challenging, and I really know it, so yeah. For me, during this experience, I've had some like normal, ordinary ups and downs, which I have always experienced in my life, and I just got out of them by like trying to view my experience and from a different point of view, from a different perspective. Just like instead of thinking, what am I doing here? Thinking, oh my god, this is something I will never do again. Not everybody has the chance to do, so just like trying to be positive.
What do you think will be the hardest part during your volunteering time?
Learning Polish. No, not really. Because I think that learning Polish was actually the easiest and the most fun part, because as a person who is really enjoying learning foreign languages, I really enjoyed learning Polish, and I tried practicing it with the kids and the teachers in the kindergarten. For me, the hardest part was to share a space, a room with other people, no matter what the culture is, because you can be from the same culture, the same country, but if your expectations to live in a room about the rules and everything, if it is different, then of course everything can be hard for you. So it was for me absolutely the hardest part, sharing my own space with someone else, I think.
What do you think will be the hardest part during your volunteering time?
I think it's more connected maybe like Polish language, but also think maybe I will miss my family and close friends. But I don't know, I see this process more positive than like the moments like this, so I think I will be really enjoyed by the process. Yeah, I guess I was right. Sometimes I'm really missing my country and family. But my brother visited to me during the Christmas time. I also met my mom 3 times. So more or less, I guess I expected that it could be harder. But since I feel very comfortable here, I think I survived. Let's say.
What do you think will be the hardest part during your volunteering time?
For sure the language part, because I'm not really good in language, so but in English, so we made it in Polish, but I'll try, I'll do my best. So I think the language border, even if the English is difficult for me, imagine the Polish and try to learn the basic things at least. And then the weather, the lack of sun, it's really important for your health and for your mood. I realize, and I miss my country for that because I had it there and I didn't appreciate it.
What do you think will be the hardest part during your volunteering time?
Maybe Polish language. Actually, Polish language not hard. If you have Polish friends and if you like Poland, you can learn because Polish language is so good. Hard but so good, believe me. And difficult parts for me, understanding to other cultures. Sometimes hard but so fun.
What do you think will be the hardest part during your volunteering time?
Okay, so I think when one is left to fend for themselves, especially in a completely new work environment, not knowing everyone and having a completely new set of tasks that you've never been confronted with, and I think that's pretty hard, you know. And I think you can gain a lot of confidence by doing that for half a year. And so I think it's a challenge which will be very fruitful in the end.
Okay, so for me the hardest part was actually working in the office. So what I've noticed is that this type of work isn't really my cup of tea, and at times it was very hard to motivate myself to just do translation work for many months on end without this having an end. And I've learned about myself that I'm just more of an interactive person. This kind of office work is not really for me, even though it was a great experience that led me to this realization. Also, I had trouble with navigating my relationships with certain people that I did not get along with, but I learned a lot from that, you know, like communicating more openly, more authentically, also overcoming any fears of confrontation. Yeah, so that was the hardest part.
What do you think will be the hardest part during your volunteering time?
Speaking Polish. I would say understanding Polish, so creating communication in Polish was different part instead of learning Polish.